General Hospital spoilers reveal that the expansion of Brennan's influence in Port Charles is taking a new turn as the WSB, the intelligence agency led by Brennan, opens up new storylines involving the search for new spies. In this context, two central characters, Jocelyn and Emma, are becoming the focus of some exciting new developments. Jocelyn, once a regular college student, has now become a part of the spy world after being recruited by Brennan into the WSB. She has faced tough challenges and tests to prove her ability to balance her spy work with her personal life. Jocelyn's first assignments in Port Charles have forced her into difficult situations where she needed to use her intelligence and quick thinking to succeed. Emma, the granddaughter of Anna Devane, is also being considered to become part of the WSB. Although her mother, Robin Scorpio Drake, chose the medical path over espionage, Emma seems to have inherited the spy gene from her family. She is known for her rebellious nature and her willingness to stand up for what she believes in. When Anna discovers that Emma is hiding a sealed arrest, suspicions arise that Emma may be secretly working for the WSB. Jack Brennan, who has seen potential in Jocelyn, may also be looking to recruit Emma into the agency. The new storylines involving Jocelyn and Emma are keeping fans on edge, as both are now faced with challenges in the world of espionage. For Jocelyn, it is the difficulty of balancing secret work with her personal life, especially when her assignments begin to involve those she loves, like Jason and Carly. For Emma, it is the consideration of whether to continue her social justice activities or step into a new path filled with secrecy and danger with the WSB. As the WSB expands its influence in Port Charles, Jocelyn and Emma may become valuable assets in capturing criminals. However, they will face the secrets and deception that are inherent to the WSB, a challenge that could place them in unforeseen situations. Both have the potential to become super spies of the future. But this journey will test them not only in terms of intelligence but also on moral and ethical grounds. Meanwhile, Brennan continues to carry out his plans with the WSB. Not only to consolidate power but to create a new generation of spies capable of dealing with modern threats. He has begun to realize that spies like Jocelyn and Emma need not only technical and tactical skills but also a deep understanding of local situations and how to navigate complex scenarios. As the story unfolds, Port Charles may witness chaos in the world of intelligence, with Jocelyn and Emma at the heart of it all. Will they overcome the challenges on their spy journey? Or will they face unforeseen consequences? And will Brennan be able to control these young spies, or will they create a new force that no one can control? All these questions will be answered as the new WSB storyline continues to expand, offering fans thrilling and surprising experiences. Cameron will return to Port Charles, bringing a fresh perspective to a town that is becoming increasingly complicated with the rise of intelligence activities. In this context, the romantic relationships between Cameron and Jocelyn, as well as Gio and Emma, are becoming an important part of the plot, creating a complex mix of love, espionage, and evolving relationships. However, things are getting crazier as Cameron and Gio both want to pull Jocelyn and Emma out of the trouble they are getting into. Cameron, deeply in love with Jocelyn, cannot stand the thought of her being pulled into the complicated spy world of the WSB, where not only her life is at risk but also her personal identity could be destroyed. His worries stem not just from the dangerous situations Jocelyn is encountering in her missions but also from the fact that she is slowly being transformed by her career as a spy, becoming more like a true secret agent than the knight he once imagined. Cameron knows that Jocelyn has begun to see her missions as part of her identity, and this is making him fear that she might lose herself in the process. Gio, with his experience and intellect, also shares similar concerns for Emma, who is being targeted by the WSB as a potential recruit. He fears that Emma, with her rebellious personality and readiness, might be drawn into the risks the WSB presents without fully understanding the consequences. Gio knows that Emma, like Jocelyn, has special abilities but also needs protection from dangers they have never faced before. In an effort to protect both of them, Cameron and Gio have started to plan how to get them out of this world. But it may not be as easy as they think. This is proving to be one of the new shocks that are really exploding. When Cameron and Geo decide to intervene and protect Jocelyn and Emma from the risks of the WSB, they will have to face Brennan, the powerful man behind every decision of the agency. Brennan will not easily let go of Jocelyn, who has just proven her worth through the tough missions she has completed. He will do whatever it takes to keep her in the WSB. Even if it means using any necessary means to retain her. Brennan has built a vast network of influence within the WSB, where challenging his authority is nearly impossible. The real shock will come when Cameron and Geo begin to carry out their secret plans. They are not simply encouraging Jocelyn and Emma to leave the WSB but are also gathering evidence of Brennan's illegal actions in recent times, including using his staff for personal gain. Their plan is to expose Brennan, using the truth to force the WSB to remove him and provide an opportunity for Jocelyn and Emma to escape this world before it's too late. This is not only a personal risk but also an ethical and legal challenge, as it will require them to balance protecting justice with crossing legal boundaries to achieve their goal. However, Brennan has anticipated these moves and has set up a brutal counterattack. He knows that Cameron and Geo are quietly working to break up his spy world. And he will not hesitate to use any means to maintain power and protect his secrets. In an intellectual battle full of drama, Cameron and Geo will face a more sophisticated enemy than they imagined. And they will have to sacrifice a lot to save the ones they love. Brennan will likely use his resources to create a sophisticated design, pulling Cameron and Geo into a situation from which they cannot back out. As everything is escalating, Jocelyn and Emma will have to make a difficult decision. Will they stay with the WSB to continue their spy careers, or leave it all behind to protect themselves and their loved ones? No matter what they decide, one thing is certain. Their lives will never be the same again, and the intellectual showdown between Cameron, Geo, and Brennan will determine the future for this new group of characters. In this confrontation, Jocelyn and Emma will have to work together to overcome their greatest challenge, leaving the WSB without leaving any traces or hurting those around them. But this journey will be filled with unpredictable twists, as Brennan, with his experience handling such risks, will never be easy to defeat. The key question will be whether Cameron and Geo can successfully protect Jocelyn and Emma from Brennan's traps, and whether they can achieve their goals without paying too high a price. The future of the entire group hangs in the balance, and the answer will only become clear when the dramatic intellectual battle between Brennan and those who oppose him finally concludes. Brennan is facing a new attack as Jocelyn and Emma begin engaging in a battle of wits against the WSB. In an event that could change everything. The two girls, a former smart college student and a passionate rebellious activist, have come together to form an attack team targeting the weaknesses of the intelligence agency that Brennan leads. This isn't just a response against Brennan's manipulation, it's a targeted assault aimed at destroying the corrupted internal structures of the agency. The new storyline is really adding a new layer of complexity as Jocelyn and Emma aren't just trying to leave the WSB, but they are determined to dismantle the entire organization. They have started to use the skills and knowledge they acquired at WSB to turn the tide. Jocelyn, with her experience in handling complex situations and her ability to analyze circumstances, has become the focal point of this intellectual attack. She uses the network of information and relationships she built within the WSB to expose Brennan's illegal actions to the public, while also pressuring other WSB members to choose between loyalty to Brennan or the agency itself. Emma, with the support of Cameron and Geo, has focused on gathering concrete evidence of Brennan's corruption. She uses her knowledge of the WSB's activities to track and record illegal transactions, secret meetings, and shady decisions. This information is not only used to counter Brennan, but also to create a crisis of trust within the WSB, causing many employees and agents to question the legitimacy and role of the organization. One of the most explosive developments occurs when Jocelyn and Emma decide to destroy the WSB as a last resort to end the brutality and corruption that has persisted for too long. They realize that only by completely breaking the organization can they put an end to Brennan's dominance and his allies. This requires not just courage and determination, but a detailed plan and support from outsiders, those who were once Brennan's allies but now feel uneasy about his actions. The shift is significant, as Brennan, who once felt confident in his control, now realizes that his own spy training program is turning against him. Jocelyn and Emma, the two agents he once trusted as crucial members of his team, have now become his most dangerous adversaries. They not only have the knowledge and skills to oppose him, but also the strong motivation to destroy everything he has built. This betrayal is shocking for Brennan, as those he trained to be top spies have now turned against him to expose the wrongdoing within the WSB. The storyline becomes a tragedy, with Brennan, once at the highest seat of power, now facing opposition from those he once considered his spiritual children. As Jocelyn and Emma's counteroffensive continues to escalate, the attention of all of Port Charles is focused on this intellectual battle. Brennan, once considered an unshakable leader, is now on the verge of being overthrown and losing his power. This battle is not just about who will win, but whether the WSB can recover from the damage or if the agency will need to undergo a complete restructuring to face the changes happening in Port Charles. The future of the WSB and its surrounding characters is being rewritten, and the answer will only come when Jocelyn and Emma's assault reaches its peak. Meanwhile, Cameron and Gio are playing crucial roles in supporting Jocelyn and Emma from behind the scenes. They've helped the two girls gather evidence, set up secret meetings with WSB members who might betray Brennan, and are even prepared to step in to protect them from any dangers Brennan might pose. Their intervention is not only technical but ethical. They must consider the impact of their actions on those around them and whether they can accept the potential consequences. Realizing he's being attacked from all sides, Brennan has struck back by increasing security and monitoring Jocelyn and Emma's every move. He's deployed loyal agents to keep tabs on the two girls, hoping to catch them in an unfavorable situation. However, Jocelyn and Emma are not alone. They have the backing of a small group of WSB agents who have witnessed Brennan's mistakes and are considering betraying him. With this support, they are ready to face whatever Brennan throws their way, determined to end his brutal reign once and for all. As the conflict between the WSB and the independent group led by Jocelyn and Emma continues to escalate, Port Charles faces an unpredictable future. Will the WSB collapse under the pressure of this attack, or will the agency find a way to rebuild to face the new challenges? And can Brennan maintain his power, or will he be overthrown by those he once considered his closest allies? These questions are being raised as the intellectual war unfolds, and the upcoming developments will decide the future of both the WSB and many of the key characters in the storyline. Jocelyn and Emma will become new agents of the WSB, marking a new development in a plot already filled with wild situations. As they both undergo training and embark on their first missions in Port Charles, they must not only face challenges in terms of skill and intellect, but also navigate personal and emotional obstacles. Jocelyn, who has come a long way from being an ordinary college student to becoming an agent, is facing tough decisions about balancing work and personal life. She has started to realize that being a spy requires not only skills and intelligence but also the ability to adjust her ethics in difficult situations. Jocelyn has struggled to maintain her relationship with Cameron, the person she loves, while performing secret missions that she cannot share with him. Emma, with her background as a rebellious activist, brings a new and unique style to the WSB. She uses her experience and proactivity to lead missions, always ready to take risks and push boundaries to achieve her goals. The combination of Emma's independence and Jocelyn's analytical ability has created a powerful strike team, not just in executing missions but also in challenging and questioning the mistakes of the WSB. Emma is also exploring whether her family has ties to the WSB, particularly her grandfather Robert Scorpio, a former famous spy with significant influence in the agency. The story of Jocelyn and Emma becoming agents is causing more and more crazy new storylines to explode. As they engage in intelligence activities, they begin to realize that the WSB is not the perfect organization they once thought it was. Brennan, as its head, has used the agency to serve his personal interests and commit illegal acts. This has created a crisis of trust within them, causing Jocelyn and Emma to choose between continuing their spy careers or opposing the wrongdoings of the WSB. This pressure intensifies when Cameron and Geo begin supporting Jocelyn and Emma in their plan. They've gathered evidence of Brennan's wrongdoing, showing how he's used the WSB to cover up his illegal activities. Cameron and Joe's intervention not only helps Jocelyn and Emma but also weakens the loyalty of WSB members to Brennan, causing him to face betrayal from those he once trusted. Meanwhile, the intellectual battle between Jocelyn and Emma against Brennan continues to escalate. With their determination and intelligence, the two girls have launched a full-scale attack on the agency, using every available resource to expose Brennan and remove him from power. Brennan, sensing the danger posed by the two girls, has stepped up security and started counterattacking, creating a dramatic confrontation with an unpredictable outcome. As this battle reaches its peak, Port Charles will witness a massive shift, a shift not only in the WSB but also in the entire power structure of the town, where the key characters will face the unavoidable consequences of their actions. Brennan's counterattack will not only target Jocelyn and Emma but also affect those around them. The Spencer Corinthos family, with their complex relationship with the WSB through Anna Devane, will have to decide whether to support Jocelyn and Emma or stand by Brennan. During this process, Anna, a famous agent and Emma's grandmother, will face tough choices. She must weigh her loyalty to the WSB against protecting her granddaughter, who is now fighting against the agency's wrongdoings. Anna's involvement in this battle could decide the future of everything, as she could use her reputation and experience to sway more WSB agents to support Jocelyn and Emma. Ultimately, Jocelyn and Emma are becoming not just new agents but two leaders in the fight against corruption and wrongdoing within the WSB. Their story is becoming a crucial part of Port Charles, showing their determination and courage in fighting against what's wrong, even when facing danger. As this battle reaches its climax, Port Charles will witness a massive change, a change not just within the WSB but across the entire power structure of the town. Will the WSB be able to recover from these wounds? Or will Brennan lose his power to those he once saw as his spiritual children? These questions are being asked, and only time will provide the answers.